9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
It's DREA and Nicole. Well, are you ready?
Yo, Doc, where you at?
So get ready. Let's go.
Star Killer, yeah.
Hey, 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 it's Friday. It's 9 p.m. It's Friday. It's 9 p.m. It's your girl, DREA NICOLE, and I'm here to entertain y'all because it's Friday at 9 p.m. And we had to do it because we had to do it. Hello, 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 everybody. Hope everybody had a good week. I am glad to be here. As y'all see, I'm still home recovering. Recovery is going extremely well. I feel extremely good. I actually went out last night to celebrate one of my friends because she made a big move yesterday. I'm not gonna put her business out there because she hasn't told everybody and it's not really my story to tell, but she made a big move yesterday and we had to celebrate that thing. So instead of just sitting on my couch in front of the TV, I sat at a bar. Like, it's not like I went dancing and doing cartwheels or anything like that. Just, went, sat down, chilled out with her and everything, and we had a good time. We went to Grown and Sexy, and it was grown and sexy. It was grown and sexy. And we had a good time. So recovery has been going extremely well. Some days I have been bored out of my mind completely, but it is what it is, right? As long as I'm recovering well and feeling good. So it's Friday, y'all, and this is going to be one of those Freestyle Friday shows. There's some things that I've been seeing on the internet. I'm probably going to be all over the place, not sticking to one thing. I posted a question in the group. Only got one response. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to work with me here, people. Need y'all to work with me here. So, but we gonna rock. Since y'all don't want to give y'all opinion, y'all just gonna have to deal with mine. Try to give y'all the space. Tried to give y'all the opening. Gave y'all the alley-oop to explain how you feel. To let me know what you think. You don't let me know, then I'm just gonna go with what I think and be unchallenged in what I think. Oh well. So the question that I had put up in the chat was, why is Russell Wilson Ciara's husband, football player? Why is he considered a simp? Because I've been hearing a lot, like on the internet and this and other, oh, he's a simp, he's a simp, he's a simp, he's a simp. Why is he considered a simp? Right? So first, let's go to the definition of a simp. So the dictionary definition of a simp is a silly or foolish person. So let's analyze that a little bit. A silly or foolish person. Now, before Russell Wilson, Ciara was with Future. Got pregnant, Future fumbled, right? Russell Wilson comes in and just a man about his shit. Like, he saw what he wanted, he got what he wanted, and he treats what he wants, right? And you could tell that he treats her right with the way that she speaks about him in public. The way that she speaks about this man in public is like, he gotta be doing right. If he's doing wrong and she still muster up to speak about him in that way, then she is freaking amazing actress. Okay? Because the way that she speaks about her husband is wow. Brings me to tears. Like, it makes me want to cry. So if the definition of a simp is a silly or foolish person, wouldn't the simp be the person that fumbled a good woman? Because obviously she's showing that she's capable of being a good woman. Women are a reflection of the situation that they're in. If it's not a good situation, you're not going to get the best of her. So who's really the simp? Wouldn't the simp be Future? Because how can Russell Wilson be the simp? He gets to sleep next to Sierra every night. They're raising babies and doing their thing. Like, how is he the simp? Oh boy is a freaking G. Women do not define the word simp like men do. Women always root for the underdog, the simp in a relationship. The definition that that's from Gerald. The definition of simp that I just gave is not from a woman, it's from the dictionary. The definition I gave is from the dictionary. So what is your definition of simp? What is, I guess, the Ebonics version or the street version definition of simp? Because I got from the dictionary. The dictionary. So what is your definition of simp, Gerald? A simp is a man who doesn't have any control in his home. He's a simp. Okay, so how did Russell Wilson show that he had no control in his home? How did he show that he has no control in his home? If that's the definition of simp, I have not seen anything showing that he has no control in his home. And if you're going to go the route of, I don't know, Sierra being an entertainer, does that mean that he has no control in his home? Sierra is still Sierra. She has a brand and she's staying on brand. I don't want to Google why Russell Wilson is a simp. I want to know directly from a man like you, why do y'all think that he is a simp? Why? I don't understand. Why? The fact that you can't even give me an answer is what's bugging me out right now, because you standing 10 toes down on him being a simp, but you can't give me a reason on why he's a simp. You telling me to go to Google. I'm asking you. I'm not asking Google. I'm asking Gerald. Okay, well, until I see the response, I don't think that Russell Wilson is a simp. I think he's a good man that found a good woman, and they're both living their best life right now. And I love it for the both of them. I'm here for it. He stepped in like a man. He was like, I see what you went through. I see what you're going through. You have this son. I know that to be with you, I have to be good to the son. So he understood the assignment. How does that make him a simp? And everybody came down on this man so hard, but I don't see a man commenting on shit that Future has done, because that's acceptable. As long as Future was talking down about her and trying to um shred apart her character, that was cool. Nobody said nothing. No man said anything about Future's steps. But as soon as a man stepped in and treated her well, he's a simp. It's bananas. That is bananas. Future wasn't running shit but his relationship into the ground. Future still has no, like, his future is, he's weird. Future wasn't running anything. What makes you think that Sierra is running Russell? Why does one have to be running the other? What happened to a partnership? Because we both came with a table. We both came with a table. We both came with the bag. So why is one running more than the other one? Why is it perceived that he's not running his household, that she is? And what makes you think that Future was running anything? He ran his relationship into the ground. He lacks discipline. This is why he has so many kids with so many different women. He lacks discipline. He does not know how to control his emotions. This is why he used to go on these rants on social media trying to rip to shred her character. But he's considered cool. And Russell Wilson is considered the simp. Yeah. Okay. So, yep, you got it now. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Some men tend to idolize or uplift the wrong freaking things. You ask me, we need more simps. We need more simps. If a simp is a man that is going to consider my feelings, I need a simp. If a simp is a man who's going to love on me and allow me to love on him, and we're in a reciprocal relationship, give me a simp. If a simp is a man who is going to love me and only me and have enough discipline and determination to make the relationship work, that he would not fall into temptation, give me a simp. And it's not about running someone. It's about equal respect. I respect you, you respect me. I only fucks with you, expect you to only fucks with me. Give me a simp. Give me a man that I could go on national platforms and be moved to tears on how well he loves me. You're going to wind up with a soft man. How? Because a man gives me mutual respect that makes him soft? This is aggravating. A man that gives a woman mutual respect, the same respect that she gives him, is a soft man. A man that shows discipline in himself is a soft man. No, that's the strongest man on the planet. The soft man is the one that trips in the pussy talking about I did it by accident. That's the soft man. Because it takes a lot to be disciplined. It takes a lot to be disciplined. I don't know how we got to this place as men and women, but that is wild crazy. That is wild crazy. You can't ask for respect if you can't give respect. Don't ask for monogamy if you can't give it. Don't ask for marriage if you're not ready for it. You should not be asking someone to bring more to the table than what you are willing to bring. Half of you men got your head so far up your ass, y'all missing the picture. Okay, so I found the slang definition of simp, right? In modern slang, simp typically refers to someone, often a man, who's perceived as overly submissive or attentive to another person, especially women they have romantic interest in, often with the hope of gaining their affection or sexual attention. It implies that the person is doing too much to please the other person, even if it's not reciprocated. How is he doing too much? He loved on and respected the woman that he loved. Oh my God. Is that such a bad concept? Is that such a bad concept? I really don't think, like, if he's there and someone tried, like, I feel like she feels protected with him. Why is loving on your woman doing too much? I'm- Yo. Why is loving on the person that you love doing too much? Why is catering to your woman sick? But men want to be catered to. When Beyonce and them got up there and saying, let me cater to you, not one man disputed that shit. But if a man caters to his woman, there's something wrong with that. That's sick. Bruh. My condolences to you and your significant other. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. And I'm not proving that he's a simp. I'm proving that the definition of simp is retarded. Let me not say that. The definition of, I take that back, scratch that. The definition of simp is stupid. You run shit for 23 years. I am happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Godspeed. There's been people that's been married for 40 years and then the wife leaves. But, you know, good luck on the rest of the years that you got remaining. And yes, I am single. You know why I'm single? Is because I'm not settling for less than what I deserve. I'm not. I'm not going to settle for disrespect just for the sake of saying that I have somebody. I'm not. So I will sit here happily single, peacefully single. Because if you're not adding to the peace, you add into the chaos. And I don't need chaos. I don't need somebody coming in trying to run me. That's not what I need in my life. And if that works for you and your wife, great. Great. I'm happy for y'all. It's not for me. I don't want somebody to come in to run me. And I don't want to run nobody. Let's run together. Let's do this thing together. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But these are the type of people that I want to speak to because I want to know, like, really what's up. And he ain't really saying anything. But then he want to go to, that's why you single with this, that, or other. Okay. Okay. Being single doesn't hurt my feelings. Not one bit. You call me single till your face turn blue. It does not hurt my feelings, not one bit. Because if the only way for me not to be single is to settle for somebody who's trying to run me, I'm good. I'm good. It's just like if somebody is trying to, thank you, Jeff. Russell does look pretty happy to me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And whether Gerald is single or not, whatever. I just know what I'm not willing to deal with in my life. I don't need somebody to come in and run me. That's crazy work. I done raised 3 kids. Who's running me? I've been running my life, running my household for X amount of years. This is not what I need from a person. I don't need them to come and run anything. Be a companion. Be a safe space for me to vent to. Cater to me as I cater to you. Love on me as I love on you. Let's pull our resources together and travel the world. I don't see what the problem is. I don't see what the problem is. And before somebody come on here, because every time I have these types of conversations, somebody say, well, you know, back in the days, there was a lack of resources for women. I bet you more women would have broke out from them situations. I bet you your grandma would have got the fuck up out of there if she had more resources. Back in the days, there was less resources for women. And I say this all the time. Women could not even get a bank account on their own until 1963. My mama was 3 years old. That was not that long ago. Women was considered second-class citizens. Women in general. Black women was under that. So coming to me saying, well, my grandmama, save it. Save it. Because with lack of choices and lack of resources, you end up staying where you're being provided for and dealing with it. But then you see people been married for 60-something years and then they get in a divorce. I just saw a story about that. I should have saved that one. Just saw a story about that. A couple been married for almost 60 years and they're getting a divorce. It happens. It happens. People get older, change, the world changes. They realize that they have more choices in life and don't want to live out the rest of their life being run. They rather run the fuck up out of there and live out the rest of their life happy and peacefully. And when I think about women like my grandma was being physically abused on a regular. My grandma was the most soft-spoken person I ever met in life. To the point that when she did try to yell, it was funny as hell. You couldn't even really take it seriously. I used to take it seriously because I used to be like, oh my God, she strained herself to yell at me. I did something wrong. But it wasn't because her yell was scary. My girl was the complete opposite of me. I speak aggressive. I know this. I speak aggressively. I speak loudly. So when I yell, nobody thinks it's like weird. But when my grandma yelled, it was almost laughable. Like, ooh, she trying though. You know? She was that soft spoken. And she was being abused regularly. And despite the lack of resources, despite people probably telling her she was crazy, she got up out of there. She got up out of there. So that's what I come from. I come from a strong line of women who is not going to sit up there and accept less than what they deserve. If my grandma didn't do it in the 50s, where she couldn't even have her own bank account and she wasn't even able to buy a house just because she was a woman on her own. But she still valued herself enough to get up out of that situation. If she didn't accept anything less, I'm definitely not going to accept anything less. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Woo! And I read over this more detailed breakdown of a simp. Shows excessive attention or affection to someone that they like. Overly generous with gifts or favors. He is generous with gifts. Russell Wilson is generous with gifts to his wife. So this says someone who's overly generous with gifts and favors, hoping to win someone over. He already wifed her. And he gives her gifts. What's the problem? He is generous to his wife. What's the problem? Like, what is the problem? It's crazy work. Just crazy work. Let that marinate for a second. Just let that marinate for a second. And I'm going to play something. In 1 second. And he's trying to keep her though. He started a simp and still a simp. He has no say in that house because he knows she can snap that finger and replace his butt when his NFL career is over. You think that Sierra is there for his money? Gerald, my man, my guy. You think she's there for the money? Mm, mm. Oh boy. She needs a famous mate. She will dump him. Okay, Gerald. Wanda, that is some crazy talk. That is some crazy talk. Why do you think she needs a famous mate? When celebrities date celebrities, it's not a need for a famous mate. It's because that's what's in your circle. Now, when you have people who's trying to be up and coming in entertainment and they only date celebrities, that's something different. But Sierra is an established celebrity. So what you think that she needs some other celebrity? Gerald, do you think before you speak? I'm I really want to know. You did take some time to throw that response up, but I hope you wasn't thinking about how you was going to respond, and that's what you came up with. Because if that's what you came up with, that's wow. That's wow. And since we on the subject of that, since nobody was really speaking on Russell Wilson before he got with Sierra, who's the one who needed to date a celebrity? Hmm. Let it marinate. Hmm. Hmm. I could see if he was a household name or something, but I didn't even know who he was until he started dating her. So if we go with your theory, trying so hard to make Sierra the villain, but what has she done in the past to deserve to be the villain? Maybe there's something other people know that I don't, but I don't recall anything that she did in the past. She comes out with her music, she do her thing, she mind her business. Yep. I don't know where all this backlash on her came from. Sis pulled up with a better man. She leveled up, 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 leveled up. She leveled up, leveled up, leveled up, leveled up, leveled up. And if this marriage was to fall apart for whatever reason, she probably would end up dating another celebrity. That is her circle. Okay. She met him when he was a Super Bowl quarterback. So did she approach him or did he approach her? Because he's the simp, right? So did she approach him or did he approach her? Did she seek out the Super Bowl winner? She didn't approach him. Already heard the story from him telling it and her telling it. She didn't approach him. For a celebrity, going to a Super Bowl party is like a Tuesday. That's what they do. This is what they do. She's already a established celebrity. If it was about dating a celebrity, she could date any celebrity that was interested. And I'm quite sure there was a few. It doesn't last when you approach a man. Never do that. I've never approached a man. So I don't know. It wasn't interviews where they talk together. Get your life right. I didn't say that. I said I heard it from her side and I heard it from his side. I never said it was an interview that they did together. Because if you really follow them, they don't really do a lot of interviews together. There's not a whole lot of interviews of them together. Even when Sierra was pregnant in the house, he was in the house during the interviews, but it was her interview. It wasn't a group interview. He walked past in the interview, but it wasn't his interview. But people are always asking her about him, and people are always asking him about her. Wait, what that say? I can't see. The interaction led with Wilson to ask her on a dinner date, which was where the sparks really started to fly. Thank you.
During an Instagram live video, Wilson revealed that he and Sierra originally met at a Wisconsin basketball game. The interaction led Wilson to ask her on a date, which
At
was
a
where they
Wisconsin
first
basketball
really
game. It
started
wasn't
flying.
even a Super Bowl party, my guy. Gerald. Thank you. That's why DC, that's my guy. Fact checker. See, okay, this is what I'm getting from you, Gerald. You just like to talk to be talking. You play devil's advocate. You just like to say the controversial things just to like get people worked up or just to say the controversial thing. I mean, do your thing. It's cool with me. I don't mind debating with people, as you can see. It doesn't get under my skin. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on what I believe and what I say. Y'all tripping. We tripping because we blowing holes in your theory. Bang bang. We blowing holes in your theory. It's okay. It's all right. You seem like the kind of man who like thinks that, you know, your money and this and the other is at the forefront, and you don't have to be a person of good character to your significant other. There's a lot of men that's great providers but horrible men. I don't want a great provider, horrible man. I want a great provider, great man. And as provider, I don't financially, I want you to show that you are able to maintain yourself and maintain a household. If in dating, I see that you can't even maintain your whole household as a single person, what makes you think that I am going to relinquish my life to you? That's not a simp on any of the definitions. So if Future was who he was and not fate, I can't respect Wilson because he's nothing without her, and that's a simp. That's neither of the definitions of a simp. If Future was promising Sierra things that he knew that he wasn't going to fulfill, like being monogamous, then he's fake as fuck. You know what's fake? Trying to down a person just because they don't want to be with you anymore. You know what's fake? Not dealing with your children just because you're not dealing with the woman anymore. So you keep praising that simple motherfucker. Because the real simp is Future. Funny how, thank you, Annie Nicole. Funny how people try to claim someone more successful than them as nothing to their spouse. Like, this man is really being bashed for respecting and loving on his wife. Y'all need to be taking notes. Shut the fuck up and take some notes. How about that? It's crazy work. Crazy, crazy, crazy work. Oh. Ugh. Wanda, I feel bad for his wife. She's probably mentally abused by that guy. Take notes. Yes, take notes. Take notes. This is the kind of guy that Gerald is coming across as. I'm gonna play this.
A man will notice the change in your attitude, but not notice his behaviors that caused it. Like you'll notice if you stop texting first, but not notice that he never initiated it, or that you don't smile as much as you used to, but not notice he stopped putting in effort to give you reasons to. Or he'll notice that you now got these walls built up, but then forget he laid every brick with his disrespect. Or he'll notice that you're now withdrawing your energy, but not notice he drained it first. Ain't it funny how that works? Like a man will swear up and down that a woman changed overnight, not realizing he's been changing her for months. Because in what world does a woman continue to show the utmost respect for a man while he continues to show the utmost audacity in treating her like she's average? That's like overdrafting your bank account, then writing a check for money you know you didn't put in, then playing victim when the check bounces. It's not that the bank changed, you're just committing fraud. And it ain't like he blind, like he can't see what he did. But admitting that will require accountability he's not willing to give. So, fellas, before you tell that girl she's not the same anymore, just keep in mind, neither is the man you pretended to be in the beginning.
What the hell does texting you or smiling at you got to do with me leading our kingdom? Ridiculous. Exactly. You just proved my point. Just prove my point. Because he didn't say for the man to literally smile at the woman, but you would say, oh, she don't smile as much as she used to, but you're not giving her reason to smile. Men want women to take, and take whatever that they given and be happy with whatever that they are giving. No. Men want to be the leaders. Okay, just know that you do lead the relationship. When a woman starts changing and she starts acting different, it's because you're leading her that way with your disrespect, with your craziness. If she got food, healthy kids, and a roof over her head, and that's all shit she could do by her fucking self. That's all shit she could do by her fucking self. What about her mental health? What are you doing to help her mental health after she's dealing with all the kids all day? Are you not only just saying that you love her, or are you showing her that you love her? Are you showing an appreciation for her? And that's the shit that I be talking about. This is why I'm single. Because if you think a roof over my head, you can't hold a roof over my head. I got that already. You can't hold food in my mouth. I got that already. You can't hold a car over my head. I got that already. My basic needs and necessities are met. Now I just want a decent, respectful companion. Can you do that? Because your money can't buy that. Your money can't buy character. Y'all men got it so fucked up because a penis does not make you a man. That just makes you male. The content of your character is what makes you a man. And half of y'all need to grow the fuck up. Period. Mm. Mm. It's crazy work out here dealing with grown ass boys. Because that's what's happening. You're dealing with grown ass boys. Gerald, my guy, I salute you. You found the one for you for 23 years. I salute you. But that ain't gonna work for everybody. That ain't gonna work for everybody. But it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't even know what else to say on that. I don't even know what else to say on that. Because no man could come to me and say, you got a roof over your head, you got this, you're welcome. Nigga, you ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing. I was already doing that successfully. Been doing that successfully. What else you got? You threw your dice out there. You crapped out. What else you got? And as far as the healthy kids, that's God's plan. God did that. God gave y'all healthy kids. That wasn't you. Future's an asshole, but his son is healthy. His son was born healthy. That wasn't you. So your wife don't need to thank you for that. Thank God for that. You don't get credit for that. She don't even get credit for that. Now, keeping them healthy and not starving them or anything like that, yeah. But I'm quite sure she would have managed to do that even if she left your ass alone. You probably just give her the money to go buy the groceries anyway. If she was to leave you with the kids, would you know what to do? You know, shout out to the Geralds of the world and shout out to the Gerald wives of the world. I'm glad y'all found a way to settle and just, do y'all thing. It's not for everybody. And I'm not going to knock nobody who it's working for. If it's working for you, that's fine. But this is my show, and I'm saying it's not working. It don't work for me. It is the content of your character. If your character has no content, it has no place in my world. On that note, I am going to say thank you for joining me on my rant today. There was other things I wanted to play. I didn't know it was going to be so much, I didn't know I was going to get a Gerald. Thanks, Gerald. Now you can say you're welcome. Thanks for the feedback on the show. And thank everybody who tapped in, Annie Nicole and Wanda. Thank you for tapping in on Had to Do It. I really do appreciate y'all. And as always, desire to inspire before you expire. And guess what? Motherfuckers, I'm out.